So this story started with Ji-hun, a loser who did not have money for any work, even for his mother's treatment. In such a difficult time, someone suggested him to play the death game. In this death game, 500 other people also came to play with him. In this game, there was a robot. If a person made even a small mistake, that robot would kill him after detecting. To win this game, Ji-hun saved his life by cheating an old cancer patient, and finally won this game. He was one of the 500 players who came out victorious. The rest were killed in that game. After winning the game, he got a lot of money, but he did not even touch that money because he felt that 500 people who came in the game died because of him. He was sad about this. Ji-hun came to know a shocking truth, that aristocrats take the lives of such people just for their entertainment. They used to play such games and enjoy them. He decided that he will stop this game. Later we met Jun-ho, a police officer whose brother had run away. While searching for his brother, Jun-ho found a Squid Game card in his brother's room. He came to know about the atrocities in this game, how the losers are mercilessly killed. In the one who survives after the first shot, his organs are removed and sold. Jun-ho was also caught, that too by the frontman who is running this Squid Game. And the viewers were shocked, along with Jun-ho, that the frontman was none other than Jun-ho's brother, to find whom he went to this island. In Season 2, Ji-hun, who was the winner of this Squid Game, was shown to him again. He understood that these people are going to play this dangerous game again in which people will be killed, and he does not want to let this happen now. That is why he decides to use all his money and power to stop those people, and he lures the players to fight with the runner of the game. According to the plan, these people pretend to fight among themselves, and when the guards come to stop them, they kill them and snatch their guns while attacking. After which they also had many weapons to fight the battle. Taking them, they went up to fight the organizers of this game, and a complete warlike atmosphere was created here. Fierce firing and fighting started between the players and the guards of the game. In this fight, Ji-hun and his friend finally reached the control room, because they had to go there and kill the game authorities, those people who were running this game, but they could not find a way to go inside the control room. Now the bullets of their guns also end. Frontman, also an infiltrator of the same game, he kept fooling these people and making them lose the battle. At last, he himself came in front of Ji-hun in the guise of the frontman, and he killed his friend in front of Ji-hun. Ji-hun was now really feeling his defeat, and Season 2 ended with this loss. Season 3 starts with this fight, and it is revealed that the players have now surrendered to the guards of this game. After this battle, only 60 players are left alive, and in this battle many guards have also been killed. After this battle, Ji-hun is handcuffed and seated, and he is not allowed to participate in any activity other than the game. Here, all the people mourn their defeat in front of him, and tell them that they have lost the battle because of Lee. Lee had come down to get the guns and he could not go up due to fear. In this way, these people ran out of weapons and lost the battle. Here, the sorcerer also comes and teases Ji-hun a lot and says that I told you that nothing will happen with this. In anger, Ji-hun grabs his throat and starts choking her. All the people together save the sorcerer, but Ji-hun's anger was very high. He spent the whole night staring at Lee, and now even Lee had started getting scared of his eyes. Well, when the voting resumed, it was found that most of the players still wanted to continue this game. Ji-hun became even sadder. Well, now they had to play the game. As they moved towards the game room to play the game in the morning, while going through the corridor they witnessed those people's bodies hanging lifelessly, who were killed in yesterday's war, and this sight was enough to create horror in everyone. Well, after going inside the game room, the rules of the game were explained. There was a very big ball kept here inside, which there were balls of 2 colors, one red and one blue. Every person had to pick one ball. Whichever kind of ball came to him, he would become a part of that team. The team with red balls was called red team, and the team with blue balls was blue team. On the other side we were shown No Yu, the same guard who used to kill players deliberately in the last season. so that the game organizers may not smuggle their organs. She did not kill a player today. Guards picked him up, thinking this man to be dead, when he was taken to the organ room to remove his organs. No Yule came there. No Yule shot the guards and ordered the doctor to treat him, and she also threatened that if you do not do this, then I will kill you too. Now 2 teams were already formed for the game. It was found out that this is a game like hide and seek. The game guards instruct that blue team will have to hide at this time, and the players of red team will have to catch and kill the players of blue team. It is compulsory for each player of the red team to kill a player of the blue team. Otherwise, any red team player who fails to kill a blue team player by the end of the game will be executed. All the players of red team had been given knives to kill, while blue team blue was given keys here. These keys were of those doors which were built inside, and they could save their lives through them while hiding. That is why the name of this game was Keys and Knives. We were shown that Ji-hun had a knife at this time because he was in the red team, whereas Lee, one whom he was most angry, was in the blue team, and he could have killed him as well. That is why Lee was very scared. Now finally we were shown a scene of Jun-ho as well. Jun-ho, who is currently searching for the island of Squid Game. The biggest reason for his failure is also his partner, who is misguiding him, because this partner is a man sent by his brother In-ho, who is also frontman. In-ho had assigned that man with Jun-ho under a special plan to protect his brother and to keep the island hidden. Well, we were shown the scene of the game again. In the game, all the players of the blue team were making noise because their chances of dying and losing were high. That is why the team guards tell them that if you want, you can exchange yourself with any of the red team members. Mostly players tried to do this, but they failed. Now the game guards asked all members of the blue team to first go inside the game arena, so that they get a chance to hide. This arena was like a labyrinth in which there were many rooms, and their doors were locked. These people were given the key to a door, and they had to find the right door and hide in that room. We were shown here that Danny, who was pregnant, was still being helped by Kate and Yang. Now it was shown that all the red team members were ready to go inside, and Ji-hun was obsessed with killing Lee only. Lee also knew this, so he was trying to hide as quickly as possible to save his life. There were some players of red team who did not have the courage to kill anyone at all, so they consumed drugs, and then started searching for their prey, the members of blue team. Ji-hun was searching for Lee at this time, while on the other hand, it was shown that the members of the blue team were trying to open the doors somehow. In such a situation, they noticed that there are special kind of shape on doors locks, and their keys have also matched shapes on them. It means that they could open only triangle-marked doors using triangle keys. Here we saw Kate, Yang and Danny, who had all 3 types of keys, and they were happy to see this, because now they could open any door and save their lives. They could even open the special door which could be opened with all 3 keys, and they could directly save their lives from there. And in this way Danny did not have to work hard. Both of them now trust Kate and give their keys to her, so that she can quickly find the special door and come back. Now these 3 are running away from here when suddenly Danny is slipped, and she gets hurt on her abdomen. Meanwhile, a member of the red team comes here, who threatens to kill one of these 3. Here Kate kills him while fighting, and then she moves forward supporting Danny. There were also such 2 boys who had completed their target, but then they decided that they will kill more people so that there will be even less people in the game, and they can get a bigger share of the money. It was shown here that Ji-hun finally saw Lee and he ran after him to kill him quickly, but it revealed that it was some other boy who looked like Lee. Lee was escaping from him again and again. Lee was now running away while saving himself from Ji-hun again. Another red team member caught him, and he stabbed his knife on his leg, but before he could kill him, Lee starts leaving from here after kicking her that man. Here we see Danny. Her delivery time had also arrived, and they now began helping her give birth in this room. It was shown that Danny gave birth to a baby girl, due to which both of them became very happy. And here Jung also cut Danny's umbilical cord with the help of a knife hidden in his hair. Now on the other hand, Frontman gets a call from his spy man that his brother is still searching for the island of Squid Game. He is not backing down from his intention. So Frontman tells him that no matter what happens, you should not let them reach this island. And if they somehow succeed in reaching here, then kill everyone. On the other hand, it is shown that the man had also regained consciousness, whom No Yul had tried to save. No Yul wanted to hide her identity from him. That is why she covered her face with a mask. But as No Yul killed the doctor here as he regained consciousness, so that this man could disguise himself as the doctor. This man was actually the father of that little girl who was No Yul's friend, and that little girl had blood cancer. And this man had come here to win the money for his treatment. Anyway, the scenes shift to the game again, where we are shown that Ji-hoon was very angry. At this time, the sorcerer comes in front of Ji-hoon, whom he is about to kill in anger. Then the sorcerer says to him, "You wanted to kill Lee, right? I have just seen him going upstairs. His leg is very badly injured. He must not have gone very far." Hearing this, Ji-hoon went to him, and here deadly fight took place between them, in which Ji-hoon finally killed Lee. Despite trapping Lee, the sorcerer does not escape because here another man comes and kills him. While saving Danny and Jang, Kate also sacrifices herself, and both of them are stunned by her death. Meanwhile, Jang's son also comes and asks his mother to kill Danny, so that his life can be saved, but his mother does not support him. She saves Danny. Now that boy is about to kill Danny by force, but before that the game time was over, and the game guards came and shot the boy in front of his mother's eyes. The dead bodies were taken away from here, and everyone came to their lounge, where Ji-hoon was tied up as they arrived, and everyone was shown the amount they had won. It was huge amount. Everyone was getting a good amount. Jang starts pleading everyone to vote to stop the game. Now don't be greedy. Everyone's life will be saved. If not for yourself, then at least have mercy on Danny and that baby girl, who has become a part of this game as she has born. But no one listens to her. A lot of people vote to continue the game, and Jang is completely shattered by this decision. She loves Danny's daughter at night, and then comes to Ji-hoon and takes a promise from him that you will play this game till the end, so that you can help Danny and his daughter. Taking this promise, she leaves from here and she ends her own life at night, and her act gives a very bad shock to all the players. Well, the time for the next game comes. The game was simple. They had to skip the rope. While doing so, they had to go ahead and cross the bridge. Even a slight mistake could take their life. Everyone starts crossing it one by one. Many VIPs had also come to watch this game. They were noticing the behavior of these people and were cursing them. On the other hand, finally Jin-hoo's search for the island ends because this time he had recognized the hill of the island near which he was. This was the same hill from where his brother had shot him in the last season. Well, the scenes shift to the game again, and it is shown that a boy was stumbling badly. He even held the bridge to save himself, but it was of no use, and finally he could not stabilize himself, and fell down and died. All the people behind him became more cautious out of fear, and started crossing the bridge by jumping with great caution. The VIPs sitting inside, watching the game, decided that the little girl who is Danny's daughter will also be counted as a player, and she will also have to play. Now how could she play? Here Danny again asks for help from Jaehoon, and Jaehoon agrees to help her. He takes off his jacket and makes a baby bag out of her and ties the girl to his chest, and then starts the game. When everyone was crossing the bridge, it was very difficult for everyone to jump together. If anyone was about to fall, he would have to save himself. To save himself, he would catch hold of another person, and in this way, the other person would also fall and die with him. Even someone would make the other person fall to stabilize himself, and this is how the game was going on. To save him, Jaehoon also kills the person in front of him by making him fall because that person was very timid and had blocked his way for a long time. And finally now Jaehoon also crossed the bridge, and at the end was Danny, who could not cross this bridge, and at the end of this game she also dies. Seeing whose death from a distance, Jahan is completely broken. Here the VIPs decide that now Baby will play only with Jahan. On the other hand, Neil, who was preparing to run away from the island, is noticed by the masked officer, and to stop her, the guards attack her, while now after the game, all the remaining players come back to the launch. Here when the players come to know that even after Danny's death, his share of the money will go to his daughter, and will not be given to these players, then everyone gets very angry. They even plan to kill this poor innocent girl, but the guards save the girl's life, but the girl's survival was not good for these players. So they decided that along with Jahan they will kill this girl too, before the next game. Now it is obvious that the people of the game, the front man who was keeping an eye on them, gets to know about all this, and before the final round, the front man calls Jahan to meet him in his office, and Jahan is shocked to see that the front man is none other than Ian, whom he considered his friend from the beginning of the game, and was showing sympathy to him. The news of his death was also confirmed by the game people, and he was also sad about his death, but now seeing him as the front man, Jahan's trust in everyone ends. The front man tells Jahan that I called you here to give you a deal. He tells him that all the players are planning to kill you, and that poor girl. That's why I am calling you a deal. I offer you to kill everyone before the final round of the game, and I will give you all this prize money and this child. After a semi-cut, we are shown Juho, who was desperately searching for this island, but he could not understand why his search was not over yet. He came to know that one of his own companions was deceiving him and misleading him. He was actually Unu's companion, his man, and he was caught while giving information to them. In his anger and passion, he started fighting with him. This man also had the intention of killing everyone because they had instructed him that if these policemen reach the island, then you should kill all of them. But now he himself gets killed in the fight with them. Meanwhile, Neil, who was being attacked by the guards, makes a deal with him that if you love your life then you should come back to the island. She agrees, but before leaving she somehow manages to get the child's father out of there, and then she comes back to the island and goes to a secret room and shoots the officers with a gun. She takes the point, and while killing some officers and fighting with some, she forces the officers to erase all the evidence of that man coming here and escaping from here, and she also succeeds in her mission. Here at night it is shown that Jahan was still unable to decide what he should do. Should he really kill all the players? In this dilemma, he goes to everyone's beds with a knife in his hand, but before killing anyone, his conscience tells him that he is not a killer, and thus he stops his decision to kill everyone. Inhu, who was noticing Jahan very focused at this time, remembered his past when he also got the same offer in the 2015 game, and he also accepted this offer and killed everyone. But after seeing Jahan, he came to know that not all people are greedy like him. Now the next day comes and another game starts. This game was much more strange than the first game. There were 3 towers of ships built here, which, after climbing up, they had to deceive their own companions, and to save their lives, all the people had to throw them down from the tower. Here Jack also tells everyone the truth, that he is the biological father of this girl, whom he was now concerned about saving. To save her, he first picks up a rod and pushes an old man and throws him down with the rod and starts killing other men in the same way. Other people were also fighting with each other to save their lives, and whoever succeeds in bringing one of them down, he wins a round. Jackie was killing and bringing down most of the people so that his prize money increased. In the middle of all these rounds, a man takes his own life to save this child. Here again, Jack also starts attacking a man with a knife, and after killing him, he brings him down. One by one, all the people are killed, and Jack and John are saved. He says to John, "Look, you give me this child. I will bring this child down and will not say anything to you." But John loved this child very much. He could not put her in any danger. A fight breaks out between these two because of this child. Jack also had a knife in his hand with which he could have killed him, but John kept trying to save himself and that child. And during all this, Jack finally succeeded in pulling his daughter. He was about to bring his daughter down. All the VIPs were waiting for him. They were noticing the behavior of the girl while Jahan was pleading him that don't do this, don't throw this child. Finally, Jahan pushes the man to catch the child and quickly catches his jacket in which the child was. Here, if he wanted, he could have saved Jack's life while falling, but he did not. Finally, Jack fell down and died, and in the final round, we were shown Jahan with that child. Well, outside this island, we see that Jahan had also reached this island. He also sees the man outside this island, who was taken out by Neil, and rescues him and then goes out with all the guards to search for the people of Squid Game on that island. In the final round, inside the game, it was shown that Jahan had that child in his hand, and he was in deep thought. The VIPs also noticed the human behavior, and put this shirt on Jahan that Jahan will kill this child, and save his life along with the prize money. Now, thinking something, Jahan also presses the button of the final round, and everyone, the VIPs, get shocked and wait to see what Jahan will do. Everyone was expecting him to drop the child, but Jahan keeps the child aside and without giving any expression, takes his own life. To take his own life, he himself jumped from the stove, and by doing this all the VIPs, even the front man, got shocked. By doing this he proved that he is a human being and not an animal, and humanity was still alive in him. The VIPs had not even thought that the game would turn in this way. The front man also got very disturbed by Jahan's death. Jahan was the winner of 2 games. After all, he had a lot of money. He could have lived a luxurious life, but he still chose the humanity inside him and took his own life to save a little girl. Now the front man questions himself that where did his humanity go? He had won only 1 game. Now he came out from where he was and came to the game's place, and he picked up the little girl in his lap. Seeing this, he was still thinking about Jahan, and during this time, Jahan enters here, who had finally found his brother, and he points a gun at his brother from behind. He did not know that his brother was holding a girl in his hands. He wanted to kill him because he was a criminal, but could not do so because after all, in Hawk, frontman was his brother. While crying he could only shout loudly that why did you do all this in Han, who now came to know that the police has come here, immediately orders to explore this place, i.e. to blast this place, to erase all the evidence. A lot of bombs are placed here, and a timer of 30 minutes is set on it, and all the VIPs quickly start preparing to leave from here. Along with the VIPs, frontman and Neil also managed to leave from here. Well, now this facility gets destroyed. The game ends, and the story of 6 months after all this sentence is shown. When Jin goes to his home, he receives a parcel at his home. In this parcel was the same little girl, and also her winning prize money, which he had sent for her because he felt that her brother deserves a good life, and at the same time this girl also deserves a good life, which only Jahan can give her. In the post-credit scene of the movie, we see the front man himself, who goes and meets Jahan's daughter. He informs Jahan's daughter about Jahan's death, and also gives her Jahan's card, which contained all his winning amount. After this, when he was about to leave from here, when he saw a girl in a street here, who was making people players of Squid Game by playing Dachi game here. Seeing this, he understood that though that facility was over, but Squid Game is not over. Now it will run all over the world and will be played this time in US, which clearly means that the next part of Squid Game will also come. And with this season ends here.